Hello, Wolfpack. Happy Tuesday. We're going to pick back up today with our squat cycle. So, again, like last week, we have dropped, or actually the last 3 weeks, we have dropped one rep. We're going to add weight to last week's 4 sets of 8. 4x8 is a very, very intense volume squat cycle set. So I anticipate as we kind of move forward, as we continue to drop reps, even if we add sets, which I'm not sure that we will yet, things tend to get a little bit, easier. You are going heavier, but we're kind of working more into those lower rep domains, which tend to be a little bit simpler to get through. Right, these long ones really challenge your postural strength, your endurance, right, breathing, all of that good stuff. So I really like sets of 7. I feel like it's that mid-range endurance where it's not so many that you feel like you're squatting for an hour, but it's a few extra, so we're not completely focusing on just like pure strength, and we're getting a little bit more of that like strength endurance section that's really going to benefit all of our CrossFit overall. So excuse me, really excited for this progression here. Make sure if we weren't here, we choose an appropriate weight to where we get through all of these 7 relatively well, right? Usually the first half we want to be able to move quickly, not need a ton of break in between, keep perfect posture on the squats. The last 3 reps should really only be the most challenging ones, should not be grinding from the get-go here. Since this is a higher volume squat rep, we're not looking to be under the barbell for a ton of time, but 7 reps, right? You're going to probably be under the bar for about 20 to 30 seconds. So just be prepared for that. Make sure we're bracing our midline, the top, breathe out, blow that belly out, lock that midline down, hold up the whole squat. That way we don't have that little stripper booty. We want to keep our butt right up underneath our torso, so we have a lot of vertical power going in these squats, okay? You're going to need a good amount of rest, again, 2 to 3 minutes per set. Since we are squatting a pretty big volume here. Okay, so we'll hit that for 4x7. Make sure it's something that we can add for next week, right? Probably go to 4 to 6 or 5x6, something like that. Really get into some nitty gritty squatting. I cannot speak today. Okay, we've got some little shorter AMRAPs here. So anytime we have these shorter time domains, right, we should be working at a fast pace, right? Getting uncomfortable. There should be a decent amount of lactate or lactic acid in our system. Since we are kind of pushing more of these sprint intervals. Remember when we're doing these shorter intervals in training, finding that lactic acid point and then kind of cruising as close to it as possible is going to help your body improve its ability to move oxygen through the body, right? Flush the lactate out mid-movement, recover, all of that good stuff. So we don't want to necessarily shy away from the lactate in these workouts. If it was a 20-minute AMRAP, right, like Monday, but we didn't have rest, we definitely want to shy away from that lactate as much as we can, because that is what obviously makes the muscles fatigue and be unable to contract and work. But in these shorter intervals, right, we want to kind of ride the line as much as we can, because that's going to force our body to learn how to be better with these movements, with this the lack of oxygen that's in your body, right, and get better at circulating it through your blood cells, and then you get more fit. Got it? A little science lesson for you, okay? So the calories on the bike is a pretty hefty chunk. Since we are fresh, we should be able to knock this out fast. I'm thinking we should be picking a calorie count that we can get done, probably 85 to 90% effort, at no more than 3 minutes maximum, okay? I'm looking for a little bit closer to 2.5 minutes, to be completely honest. But I think if you're pushing close to that 3-minute marker, I think this is doable since we are fresh and our legs should not be super fatigued. We should be able to utilize the arms a little bit more and get through this assault bike pretty quick. So again, the purpose of the assault bike here is to add fatigue, add lactic acid, right, to make all of this other stuff a little more challenging. So make sure you're breathing on the bike and you're pushing the pace and getting it done, okay? The double unders here, we want to spend no more than probably 2.5 minutes. That way we have at least a couple minutes to work on the wall balls here. So if we're looking at 3 minutes here, 2 minutes here, we got 2 minutes of wall balls that you can go big on this. So whatever we're doing for double unders here, I'd say if you're not done with the dubs by 5 minutes, right? So say if this takes you, even if it takes you 2.5 minutes, you got 2.5 minutes to get the double unders done. If you're really good with the double unders and you go unbroken or you split them into 2 sets, it's going to be probably 90 seconds. So whatever you get done with the bike, if you're not done with the dubs by that 5th minute, I would just move on so you have an opportunity to get some wall balls in. Okay, and then just max wall balls. Choose a ball weight that you can probably go for majority of the time, since this is going to be the score. We want to work on big sets on the wall ball or big volume here. So it's either going to be a ball that you can hang on to for a long time, or it's a ball that you can do really, really fast sets of, 8 to 10, quick little 5 to 7 second break, and then get right back to it because we're looking for lots of volume. So pick an appropriate ball for tomorrow. This is the big kicker here. You do get a very, very generous rest period. As I like to say to all my classes, you're welcome. But this is a pretty hefty rest period. It's almost half of the time that you've been working, so this really allows you to push through this first 7-minute AMRAP because you get a good amount of rest to recover, right? If this is only 1 minute, right, bike pace is going to be less, probably splitting up the dubs, probably splitting up the wall balls a little more, but since we have that rest period, it's a great opportunity to push yourself a little bit outside of that comfort zone, right? Ride the lactic acid wall as much as you can through these first two, and then just kind of almost full send it, 90% full send on the wall balls. Bigger sets than we would like, shorter rest periods. That way that we can actually utilize this 3-minute rest period. So if you get to this point and you didn't need the 3-minute rest period, we kind of missed the intensity portion. So make sure that you guys get that. And then we just reverse it, okay? 50 wall balls, double unders, and then Cal's bike. So same thing here. We want to make sure the wall balls don't take us more than 3 minutes. No more than 2 minutes, so we have at least 2 minutes to crank out the assault bike. Everybody should be on the floor like a turtle after the workout because you push the bike so hard. Other than that, have a fantastic Tuesday. I rambled too long. See you in the gym. Bye.